Hello, and this is my presentation on the integration of podcasts in a classroom and the benefits it will have on not only the classroom, but the school itself. So the main goal of podcasts is to enhance student learning by implementing a new option of review. So the podcast wouldn't be a way to teach, but more of a way to help students review what they did that day in a different format for those audio learners. To do this, we will need to educate teachers on the use of podcasts. So this is huge. Most teachers listen to them, but they don't know how they are created. So teachers will need help with the technology needed to produce a clear podcast. They need to be provided with a broad outline of how the podcast is done, create a sample podcast. And these sub goals need to be completed by the end of the second week of my plan that I'm about to show you. So the timeline of this is to first start out with teachers recording episodes. So you see in August that the teachers, we start on educating them on podcasts, show them samples of show them a sample of what the podcast should look like, examples of the technology used, an outline for the teacher, how they should implement it. So then by that following Monday, they have their first teacher lesson 2. And then by the next week, we have rough drafts and final submissions. And then 3 weeks in, we're recording the first episode of the teacher's podcast. And then we're going to skip down to October, month 10, where students will be given the option of doing it as a project. Because podcasts are so popular, we want to provide our students with all of the skills they need to be successful in life and be able to understand what it takes to do certain jobs and different opportunities that may become available to them. Benefits of podcasts, they're beneficial for students to have audio review available to them. We know that all students learn differently, and that it is very beneficial for them to have all the different options available to them, so they can be listening and doing it at the same time. Just pretend it just depends on your student. It's a great source of reflection. So in case a student was just like a miss that day and just wasn't paying attention, they can listen to that and feel secure in what you were talking about that week. It also provides students with a new outlet to express their understanding of the topics discussed. I do a lot of projects, and just providing them with different options to be able to present to the class is amazing with what creativity you get shown from your students when you give them a broader variety to choose from. So these are the references that I used for this podcast, for the podcast assignment, and it's really well laid out, and it is very beneficial to the classroom. Thank you again for listening.